Hi, this is Praios and I'm a professional gambler. Today we will look into another high stakes session on GG. It's not played by me, but yeah, this has some great action in it. And yeah, again, this video was made by BCP Poker Replays. Thanks for him and shout out. And yeah, I will make some commentary and yeah, let's see how these dudes played, and yeah, hopefully you will see $1 million pot, but yeah, can't promise anything. Didn't watch it beforehand, so yeah, I also don't know the hands yet, so yeah, enjoy. Standard open, the defense is already quite close, I think. No need to defend this, and he could fold. Although, how big was the open raise? The open race was quite small. We also got antis here, so it's like a borderline spot. Yeah, you can do both, I think. Very hard to play this hand out of position, but on the other hand, you get a discount, so yeah. Can't blame too much for defending. On the flop, Trueteller bets the full pot. I don't like it. They hit this board range-wise equally well. I mean, the button is very wide, the big blind is very wide too. And with a hand like Truetellers, I would prefer checking back. I mean, once you get action, your hand is pretty bad. And yeah, you try to see free cards, hit your draw, or for example, make the big wrap draw on the turn. Yeah, no reason in betting. This is a good hand to check back. ANDRAS also is now in a tough spot. Facing a full pot size bet, he could already fold. I mean, should he? I mean, it's against the button, so his range should be pretty wide, but yeah. I wouldn't blame him if he just folds his hand. I mean, he has just second pair and a weak flush draw, so no shame in folding here. I mean, it's very marginal. He instead calls. It's fine too. And now he has two pair. Yeah, now he definitely has to continue on the turn. I expect him to check again. And yeah, possibly check call. I guess once the flop was called, Trueteller will most likely now also shut down and we will see a turn without bets. Yeah, that's what happened. And yeah, again, no reason to bet for ANDRAS now. He's basically just getting called by verse and no reason to turn his hand into a bluff. And yeah, Trueteller probably gives up now. I mean, he has lost. If it's getting checked down, he most of the time loses. I mean, like, he always loses basically, but yeah, what can you do? Yeah, should have checked the flop already, in my eyes. Let's see if he has the balls to bluff here. I don't expect it, but yeah, let's see. I also think it would be a bad bluff if he tries that. I mean, the main hand he wants to bluff out are draws, and he's blocking draws heavily, so yeah, definitely check back. My dog ruining the sound again by running here. So let's close the door. Sorry for that. Didn't got the action, so let's rewind. Okay, small blind open, pretty standard. The limp is non-standard actually. I would not limp at all. I mean, maybe this is some sort of advanced thing Trueteller figured out. Not sure. I didn't run any sims or something with antis, so maybe it makes sense to limp with antis, but without antis, it's definitely non-GTO to limp ever. Yeah, I also think, yeah, I wouldn't limp, but yeah, also no idea what sort of range he does this. He also limp folded, so that's sanity. I mean, if I would limp, I would go for the limp call always and never limp fold. But as I said, limping no part of my game, so I cannot judge this. Yeah, the small blind open definitely is standard. The defend is more tricky in the big blind. I mean, if this would have been just blind versus blind, it's definitely an easy call, I would say. Although even then it's close. But yeah, with Trueteller still behind, he could fold, I think, because his hand can get dominated quite easily. But yeah, anyways, he decided to defend. He flops the nuts. ANDRAS also has a good hand. Expect ANDRAS to put this in his check calling range. Yeah, he does not want to bloat the pot. And yeah, so check calling is very, very fine with his hand. And yeah, now he makes 3 pair, but another straight got there. If he's facing a big bet, he might actually fold. Yeah, JOUHKIMAINEN, or however he's pronounced, might also shut down now because yeah, it's very tough spot for him. I mean, if he's betting again, he is putting himself in a lot of trouble. So yeah, I like a check from both guys. Let's see what they decide to do. Yeah, this actually is also fine. Betting the turn in order to check back the river. I mean, his hand is either ahead or dead. Oh. ANDRAS actually decided to call. That's quite interesting. I wonder if this could be correct. This is definitely a very close spot. I personally felt like this should be a fold. I mean, he's out of position. It's very hard to extract any more money. And his opponent showed strength 2 times already. Yeah, I would have folded turn. Not sure if this is GTO. This is just my thinking. And yeah, now he made the hand. What you are gonna do now? Is he donking or is he checking, hoping that his opponent bets again? No clue. Let's see what he does. He checks and it's getting checked 100%. Just one time. Yeah, okay. He hopes that his hand is good and he will get the bad news now. Bad beat. Actually, that's true. Yeah, that's a loose open. I also got down like the sizing. That's way too small. With this sizing, I expect the big blind to call always with antes as well. And yeah, Trueteller also has a decent hand. I wonder what he does. Re-raising and calling are both options. I personally would just call because I think Rahul is a recreational player and I want him in the pot, so I don't want to scare him out by re-raising. So yeah, calling with the line I would take. And yeah, that's what Trueteller thinks as well. And what do we got here? We got a pair and a straight draw, an open-ender for Trueteller. He also has 2 backdoor flush draws. And his opponent has nothing at all. I also wonder what Rahul folded getting these prize. Yeah, I like the check. Yeah, checking back is decent. I think betting flop in JOUHKIMAINEN's spot is also pretty fine because this flop is supposed to hit him way better than the small blinds calling range, so yeah. But as he has nothing at all, and even not even a backdoor draw, yeah, checking is also fine. Yeah, check again, I guess. Oh, that's brutal. But yeah, now Trueteller does not have the best hand anymore, and I think they probably will check it down. Oh no, Trueteller now decides to bet. That's quite interesting. So he figured that his hand is not good, and he tried to win the pot by bluffing. I mean, I don't hate it, actually. His opponent did not show any strength yet. He checked back twice, so his range is kept and pretty weak. And yeah, his hand also is most of the time not good. So yeah, I think it's an okay-ish spot to bluff. Unfortunately, he gets looked up. I would have done the same with the queen, although it's not that great of a spot. But yeah, as I said, he looks insanely weak. And yeah, after it's getting checked through twice, it's easily possible that Trueteller will try to take it down. So yeah, nice hand by both of them. It looks like it's the Trueteller show as he is in any hand. I like the open race. The 9987, I prefer a re-raise actually, but calling is still fine. Probably check on the flop, I guess. No, Trueteller bets. This is very loose peel if ANDRAS decides to continue, and I guess he does because we see the whole cards. And yeah, the continuation bet from Trueteller also is quite wild. I mean, he has nothing at all. I mean, besides the backdoor flush draw, where he's also blocking one of his own outs, so yeah. Yeah, I guess he's just trying to take it down on such a try board. Also don't see why ANDRAS is calling here. This is not good in my eyes. If he's not hitting a 9 like he does, he's always in big trouble when his opponent fires again, and he's also not having a hand with great equity against any normal flop continuation betting range. Trueteller betting again. I know he gives up. Yeah, now I expect this to go check. Maybe ANDRAS might even value bet, although it's would be quite risky after the straight got there. He definitely does not want to get raised, but on the other hand, he also have to think that he is ahead at the moment, so I wouldn't hate if he's betting. So mix it up between betting and checking, I would say. And he bets, and also pretty small. Yeah, this is a very small bet is very interesting. This is definitely a good sizing, and with such a small sizing, he can also comfortably call a raise. Now, Trueteller probably will just call, assuming that his opponent might be bluffing with the lower rep, which missed, or yeah, or some random stuff. I mean, he cannot fold with top pair and getting a price like this, so yeah, he will call, and that's it. Straddles, yeah, now we will see some bigger game. Seems like everyone except Nick accepted the straddle. I guess Nick will do so too, yeah. Big open raise by RAHUL and a 3-bet. Yeah, interesting flop. This is a good flop for aces, and I guess KONTAUTAS, or however his name is, will have aces quite often. So yeah, I expect him to pot, and yeah, this is a very dry board. He will probably get a lot of folds here. I mean, we don't know the whole card, so probably this is exactly what will happen. Yeah. Okay, good hand to open with, for sure. I also wonder, I mean, I have no sims about this, what the optimal open raising size is in such an environment with both antes and 3 blinds effectively if it's a mandatory straddle. If anyone knows, please comment and let me know, because I have no idea, but I think it's probably the optimal sizing is probably more than just 3 big blinds. Okay, that's not a great flop for any of them. Probably going check check. No. I mean, it's also not bad to bet with the jacks here. He often takes it down. It's also a great sizing he chooses. Yeah, if he's not taking it down, he might get peels from worse hands, like worse pocket pairs or an 8 or a flush draw. So yeah, like it. Checking back also would be fine. Ooh, he's getting minimum raised. Yeah, that's quite annoying, but you obviously cannot fold getting this good of a price. But yeah, it sucks. I wonder if Rahul shows some huge balls and will continue now. I mean, if he's now betting turn and betting river, his opponent would be in a world of pain for sure. But I guess you might now think that he has the best hand and try to get it to showdown. Yeah. And yeah, probably both guys will now try to show their hands down. You also have to be very cautious against Rahul because he has a tendency to slow play the nuts. We saw that in the previous live streams I did where I was analyzing the hand. So yeah, I would check it down. And once Rahul is not betting the turn, I would not bluff on the river. And value betting also makes no sense because all better stuff calls or raises. And yeah, this is just a check down now. Yeah. I wonder what his intention was by minimum raising the flop. I guess he probably tried to protect his hand a bit and he was doing this old race for information, which is not a thing anymore. But yeah, back in the day, I mean, it's back in the day, many years where people did something like that, raising for information. Yeah, but yeah, maybe he did not got the message yet, but this is not a thing anymore. Now everybody is straddling. So we got a very huge game going. And the Trueteller show continues. He's again in. Or again with a limp. This time a limp call, I guess. Yeah, it is. A limp call, and yeah. This is definitely not a flop, which is very good for Trueteller. I would assume, because yeah, how many aces is he limp calling? I mean, he might have some lower rep stuff, but that's about it. Maybe he's also doing this with some double paired hands, which he does not want to build a big pot with. So he could have a set, but only a set of 3s or 6s. Okay. This card helps his perceived range for sure, and it's not that good for JOUHKIMAINEN's range. I expect him to check quite a lot. Yeah. And yeah, Trueteller might bet, and be able to take it down. Okay, he's making it very small. But yeah, this is smart sizing because it's putting his opponent under a lot of pressure, because if he's calling now, he's setting up for a nice river shove with his sizing. And he's also giving himself a good price if he's just bluffing with like diamonds or something. Yeah, and it works. Again, no whole cards. That's a bit annoying. Hard to do analyzes when you don't see whole cards. So 3-way to the flop. Yeah, Rahul is perceived to have the best range, the range advantage here, and yeah, he's using that to his advantage, betting big. Maybe he had it, we don't know. And yeah, both his opponents fold pretty quickly. Come on, we need hands with whole cards, please. Okay. Seems like more guys doing the limp. So maybe that's actually a thing in these free blind anti-games. I mean, people does not play this big of a stakes for no reason. They often are thinking deeply about the things they are doing. Okay, family board, but not anymore. Small pot bet got called, and yeah, what's happening now? Will he fire again? Or is he giving up? Looks like he's giving up or trapping. Another small bet, but it's a lot bigger than the one before. Half pot. Yeah, I guess he folds. We'll see. No, he sure calls. Oh, what? Yeah, might be an action card. He could have been the draw. And yeah, was unsure what to do, because full house was already possible. And yeah, now let's see what happens. Oh, wow. Another big bet. Let's see if the perceived draw finds a call again. Probably not, as no whole cards are shown. Yeah. Come on. That's quite annoying. No more whole cards in this? That's quite disappointing. Looks like we should do... I should have looked into this beforehand. Yeah, we need to do top pots video. Is this a top pot video? It's also a top pots video with cards up. Where are the cards, dude? Yeah, action flop. And after the race, one of the two guys didn't want to continue. Oh, nice. We got whole cards again. This race probably is to lose. Yeah, aces, easy 3-bet, especially given that the stacks are so shallow. And yeah, the aces flop huge. Backdoors, flush draw, gut shot, and the top set. I wonder why the money went in. I mean, this guy has nothing. Is he now calling the shuffle? What the fuck is going on? Is he bluffing at it? That's also like, I don't like this very much. I mean, this is like so fucking unbalanced. I mean, you are supposed to bluff or bet on ace-high boards a ton if you are the 3-better. So why not bet here? I guess this is one of the very rare examples where you probably can afford to check, because yeah, it's very unlikely that anyone has anything that is endangering you in any sort of way. I mean, you got the board locked. You also have the straight covered. So yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I mean, usually you bet your top set type hands. I would definitely bet if I had no backup, but he has some backup. So yeah, you can check occasionally with this hand. Is he continuing the tricky trappy route of what will happen? Now the board also became a bit more scary. I wonder if he will check again and try to induce something. I mean, it's always tricky if you give 3 cards to 2 guys, both holding 4 cards. And potentially even twice if he's checking again. Should he check again? If I would have checked, I have no clue what I would have done. I mean, this again looks still very dry and not dangerous at all for us. So I think after checking flop, you should check turn 2. Don't like it. I think you should check back. Yeah, I think, what should he do? I say, that's the 6th spot. If he goes all in, his opponent gets a very good price for sure. Is it bad? I mean, but he's also having nothing most of the time. I just put him on nothing, to be honest. I mean, I see his whole cards, but even if I wouldn't see them, it looks like air. I mean, he can have 3-5, but against 3-5 we are losing everything anyways. And yeah, I would say keep the bluffs in, just call. Let's see if he agrees. He agrees. Oh, that's a fine river. You got the straight now. And this might also be... This is a perfect card, actually. He should check again. And yeah, continue to trap. I mean, even if his opponent now puts him on... I mean, probably puts him not on aces, but he might put him on something like ace deuce, ace 4, ace 8, ace king, queen 10 or something. And he might try to get him off this because, yeah, a 5 with a connected card now has a straight. So yeah, like a check if he's checking. Perfectly executed hand by Trueteller. I love it. He played it great. And this was only possible by not betting flop and turn. Yeah, well done. Very nice hand. Very well played. Unfortunately, we have another hand yet with no whole cards. So yeah, he's free betting, I guess. Can't see because this is over it. Okay, that's not a good flop for the 3-better. But yeah, Nick still folds. Let's fast forward this. We need whole cards, otherwise it's just boring. Okay, no whole cards, no whole cards. Still no whole cards. Okay. Let's try to find the beginning of this hand. Yeah, that's about it. So, button open. And yeah, this is this a good 3-bet or not? I'm trying to decide. I like it if it's double suited, and if it's not, I would say he probably should still... Can he fold? I mean, he's also getting a great price. That's a tough one. I mean, it cannot be such a big mistake to 3-bet. But yeah, I wouldn't do it without being double suited. So I say call or fold instead of 3-betting. And he's also unlucky, but he runs into a huge hand. Yeah, the ace is pretty completely standard to cold forward here. Yeah, Trueteller will probably get out of the way. Yeah. And Rahul now probably feels committed. Ooh, he gets very lucky. And can he hold? Yes, he can. No 9, no ace. I mean, that's probably what everyone else on the table was hoping for, because, yeah, Rahul is probably the weakest player in the game. Yeah, min raise. I don't like it. He should raise bigger for sure. Also don't like the call from the small blind. I mean, there are 2 more guys behind his hand. It's not great at all. I mean, this is the flop. This is like one of the best flops, and he still is unsure about his hand, I guess. What should he do? He should check in my eyes. Check and... Oh, it's also 3 there. Yeah, then it's even more of a check. Does not want to get in a spot where he's dominated, so he cannot give action. Should he bet now? I mean, he could. He should expect to... I mean, people can have an ace, but after both opponents check, he can expect to have decent fold equity even against stuff that he's not beating, like an ace with nothing else. So yeah, I would say bet. I like it. I mean, it's also unlikely that someone is having a full house at this point, so he always has outs. So I like a bet. Getting some better hands to fold, and also, yeah, having outs against almost everything. Oh, that's a tough one. Yeah, he cannot value bet, right? Yeah, he cannot value bet. He should check and decide. Yeah, there you get a showdown. No whole cards again, so let's jump ahead a bit. Find the next hand with whole cards. Okay, do we have full cards in this one? No, we don't. Oh, we have full cards in this. Okay, we are at the start of the hand. Don't like the open. This open is, in my eyes, very spewy. His hand is quite shitty. If he's double suited, fine. If he's suited to the ace, fine as well. But he has 3 opponents behind, so don't open this one. This also is kind of close, but given the stack sizes, and that his hand is semi-connected and has a suit, I think it's probably best to get it in, but it's close. It's especially get it in if your opponent is too loose like he is. Okay, we got a bet and a call. Yeah, the flop is good for, very good for Trueteller, and he also cut a bit, so we will, now it's a standard get it in. No way anyone can get away on the flop anymore. So yeah, looks like Trueteller won the first and loses the second, right? Oh, no, 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 both have an 8, so yeah, he won both. Sorry, misread this one. Sorry. Okay, that's to lose. He should not raise this one. He should, I would limp. Probably limp fold. Maybe even, no, I think too much money in there. Limp. Limp down below the pot with a hand like this. On the flop, he's just trying to take it down for sheep. Can't blame him for that. He has a spade blocked too, but other than that, he's not having that much in his hand. I mean, a jack. It's not that bad to have a jack because this makes queen jack in his opponent's hand less likely, so he has indirect blocker to the top pair of queens. So yeah, it's okay, but yeah, it's also not printing money or anything. Okay, that's interesting. I think he should not check and fold, and ANDRAS should now go for the pot control line. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Now RAHUL actually has the best hand. I think he should continue to check and hope to take it down. I mean, now he has trips with an ace and a jack kicker, so he's often good. Should ANDRAS bluff on the other hand? Good question. I think he should, because he gets random hands to fold, which he does not beat. Yeah. This is definitely a spot where he should consider bluffing the river. Although RAHUL is very tricky trappy, but yeah, he in my eyes he has to bluff the river. He has like the nut low. Okay, another hand without whole cards, so let's jump ahead a bit. And I also have lower video quality now, as it seems. Let's see where we got whole cards again. Does anyone enjoy looking at hands where there's no showdown? I think not, so I think BCP poker replays should not have any hands in there, unless they are very, very big pots with no showdowns. Okay, here's another hand. Okay, everyone folded. It's on Trueteller. He decides to limp. I think he should not do that. This hand is too marginal. And RAHUL showed the tendency to ISO raise and trying to steal to lose already, and he's doing it again. Yeah, and once I limp in and the big blind goes out of the way, I will feel committed to call, so I would call. So let's see how this develops. Wow, what? He limp raises. This is not the hand. This is not a great candidate. This is, I think this is just terrible. I mean, you cannot expect your opponent to fold to 3-bets. I mean, this guy probably is never folding to 3-bets, so, and your hand is just crap. This is like, this is not even beating like 50% range or something. So this is just complete spew and stupid, and we are out of position. We're just building a huge pot with piece of crap. So yeah, that's just terrible. And I guess now, after putting that much money in, you probably get in the rest, but this was just straight up stupid. Yeah, it's so stupid. I mean, maybe I should play in these games too. These guys giving away 100k. And he actually gets lucky and wins half pot. But yeah, this was just not good at all. I mean, maybe he should stick to no limit hold'em and not play PLO. Maybe I'm a bit hard on him, but yeah, this everyone does bullshit from time to time, but yeah, this was very bad. Yeah. What do I think about this continuation bet? Yeah, I think it's fine to continue bet. It's also fine to check. With the ace-9, nothing else, I say he should just call and wait for a safe turn. He disagrees. He wants to get in the money now. Oh, that's suicidal. I mean, not suicidal, but this is very loose from both guys, especially from Rahul. Why is he thinking that he has to get in all his money with this one? I mean, the only good thing I can see here is that he is crushing some of the strong reps because he has a pair. But yeah, he can also be crushed if he has something like 10 jack, queen, ace. But yeah, he crushes some of the reps that don't have an ace as a pair to go with it. So it's not terrible, but yeah, that's a bit spewy from both of them. He might have played the ace-9 fast because he figured that his opponent is way too loose. But yeah, I mean, what hand do you expect your opponent to have which you crush with ace-9? I guess there's none. Unless your opponent is dumb enough to get an 8-9 or ace-8. So yeah, very spewy from both of them. I mean, actually, I would say the ace-9 might be even a bit more spewy. Because, yeah, check 10-10 does well against a lot of stuff like sets and many reps. But yeah, the ace-9 does well against nothing other than random 10 jack jack. Yeah, ace-9 wins it. I'm not impressed by any of these guys so far. The open race is fine, the defense is fine too. Oh, the flop might go check check. No. Yeah, I like the small bet too. I mean, check check is fine, but betting small actually might be the better play. Because how do you continue? I mean, you have position. With position, you are always kind of fine. But yeah, I mean, checking back is not helping you much. Yeah, this is what do I think about this? It's probably a cheap steal attempt with also like kind of a semi bluff, because if he hits a 6 or a 5 he's often still good. So yeah, if you do this occasionally I think it's fine, but don't overdo it. Maybe you also think that he's weak or something. And now both people have a weak full house. I think Trueteller probably gives up and we will not see much more action. Probably they will check it down. It's my read. Oh, yeah, they check it down, I say. Yeah. Yeah, I say this is a fine open. He just calls. This is not the defend. This is just crap. I mean, this probably is still crap even with the good price he gets. I mean, he's basically looking to flop a queen. ANDRAS now can do two things. He could bet or check. Both are fine. And Rahul now can only do one thing, and that's fold. But he is not. Probably a good spot to check. I mean, Rahul should not be in there anymore, but yeah, definitely a spot to check. Could also bet, but yeah, I like to check back. You don't want to get raised. And yeah, now you can check again, hoping to be good with your 2-pair. I mean, not often, but sometimes you will win. Yeah, good hand. And an even better hand for Nick. But it's really the Trueteller show. Almost any hand he's involved. And he calls the 3-bet. Yeah, it's what? Oh, it's still close, I say. But yeah, given the position and stuff, and that he's double suited, I say this should be fine. And now, yeah, we'll get it in. Very unlucky for the aces. And Trueteller wins the first. And loses the second. I mean, the aces also had no tough spot at all in the flop. Almost no money left, and he also had a gut shot and was even blocking one of the pairs also. So no brainer for both once it hits on the flop. Okay, we can fast forward a bit again. And fast forward a bit more as we see no hole cards. Okay. Yeah, 10, 10, 6, 6. This actually is already close, but yeah, I say the call is fine. What would I do now? Should I just call or get it in? I mean, we are effectively only playing for 50 big blinds or something, a bit more. And you don't, I mean, you are not happy with many turns, and your opponent will not fold anymore. So yeah, I say jam it in now. Yeah, that's what he does. See an all in. Yeah, unlucky that he flopped top 2. No way out for anyone once the flop hit this way. And the set takes it down. I think Sami Kelppuro is a very good player, probably. Maybe the only one who can impress me from this guys. Yeah, not flush draw, he bets the flop. Fine play. 6, 7, 8 actually is quite a loose peel. But yeah, he has a pair, he has a gut shot, he has position, he has a backdoor flush draw, so it's not too bad. Let's see if Sami continues to bet. This is a tricky spot. I would mix it up, and also this is also dependent on the reads on my opponents, which I have. Ooh, now he could decide to bluff again or not. I actually would not bluff this river. He does bluff. Okay. I mean, this looks quite value heavy. If I would have been Trueteller, I would have thrown my hand away. I mean, he's even blocking diamonds a bit. He's blocking the straights heavily, so I would have thrown my hand away, to be honest. But he is making the insane hero call, I suppose, with just an 8. Yeah, he does. Try to give away some money, but this actually worked out. Maybe he had some timing tell or something. This was an insane call in my eyes. I would have thrown it away very quickly. The queen. Yeah, the queen with the gut shot should now see a river after the flop gets checked through. Oh, that's not a good river. If I would face it better, he would definitely fold. But yeah, he now seems to be scared of a higher flush, not value betting anymore. I mean, I can't blame him. This is, yeah, kind of standard. And yeah, Sami is now also probably checks and yeah, takes his fate and loses the hand. Or is he bluffing again? I don't expect him to without any club. Oh, he actually does bet. He does a lot of stuff outside the box. And RAHUL again calls. This again is... And he also called quite quick. I mean, what do we have to... We have to put him exactly on a hand like this to call. But yeah, on the other hand, we got a flush. So that's higher up in our range. We have to call some, so... But yeah, I mean, against Sami, who probably finds enough bluffs, this might be a good call. But against a lot of other guys that are not well balanced, you can throw hands like this way, I say. Especially on lower stakes. I didn't knew that LLinusLLove is playing any PLO yet. Maybe he's just coming there to chat and bait someone to play some no limit hold'em. Oh, he's actually playing. Okay, that's a small surprise, but yeah, let's... What? Okay, seems like his career on this table was quite quick. Okay. He isolates with this hand. I don't like it. Should he limp too? Should he fold? I think limping and folding are both better options than isolating. I mean, this hand is crap. Against a 3-bet, yeah, I would puke totally, especially against a small stack. But yeah, you probably got to call. And yeah, once this flop comes, yeah, you lose all your money. Although he's not that much behind at the moment, I say. Yeah. Not running it twice. And Sami takes it. Yeah, after he was unlucky in the last 2 hands with his bluffs. Yeah, he finally won a pot, and this also was the biggest one. Is this the end of the video? It looks like. Why is there another minute? So yeah, this could have been edited better, I gotta say, but yeah. It was fun to commentate. I hope you enjoyed this too. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye until next time.